All right, now let's get started, okay? So first I want to show you guys the agenda. We're gonna have the introduction, 15 minutes. We are already 9 minutes into it. And then we're gonna quickly shift to AI or marketing. We're gonna allocate 30 minutes here. And Richard, Rob, we're gonna talk about market research, copywriting, how AI can help you with your marketing. And then we're gonna shift to AI or coaching. And Lucy gonna spend 15 minutes explaining how AI can help you with developing coaching materials. I know most people chose that option, right? Coaching materials. And we're gonna spend another 15 minutes about sales. Sales is a very important part of your business, and AI can definitely help you as well. And Daniel gonna comment on that. And at the end, we're gonna spend 30 minutes talking about how to use AI to scale your business. And we're gonna pick 2 examples: email marketing and digital course. Okay. At the end, we're gonna spend 15 minutes for you guys to ask questions. We're gonna talk about next steps. I do have a very special offer at the end I want to share with you guys. Okay, that's what we're gonna talk about at the end of the webinar, 15 minutes. And we do have a bonus. Okay, so we planned this webinar for 2 hours, but we just want to offer so much and end up planning too much. So we're gonna have a bonus session with Christy for people who can stay longer than 2 hours. Okay, if you can't, don't worry. This webinar is recorded, and I'm gonna share the recording with you. Okay, so the bonus session gonna be a Canva plus AI, and Chris is gonna talk about it. If you are using Canva, you want to join that session if you can stay longer than 2 hours at the end. Okay, all right, so let's dive into it right now. Okay, great. So first of all, right, I want to kind of introduce myself. I don't expect everyone to be familiar with my background. So my name is James Liu. I'm a founder and CEO at Butler Strategy, and everyone who's presenting today is from our Butler team. I grew up in China, got my PhD, MBA from Wake Forest, and took my postdoctoral training at Harvard. And then I spent 2 years in management consulting, helping global companies with marketing, sales, and pricing strategies. So I'm gonna share my LinkedIn link with you guys. If you haven't connected with me on LinkedIn, please do. Very quickly about Butler Strategy. So this is our company. At Butler Strategy, we help online coaches, teachers, tutors build, grow, and scale their online businesses through business coaching, digital products launches, systems and AI integration, and market expansion, including China. That's what we do. We focus on helping online coaches, teachers, tutors grow their business online. All right. Over the past 4 years, we have helped over 4,000 coaches, teachers, tutors build, grow, and scale their online businesses. And we are very proud of what we have delivered in the past 4 years. So today's about AI. I want to kind of quickly talk about AI because I want to make sure everyone understand what AI is and we're on the same page here. Okay. So AI is short for artificial intelligence. Okay, it's the development of computer systems that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. All right, it involves the use of complex algorithm and software that allow machines to learn from experience, recognize patterns, and improve their performance over time. All right, so this is very important. I know it's really hard to understand. So now I want to kind of talk about ChatGPT to help you understand better. So ChatGPT is one of many available AI tools out there. This is not all, it's one of the tools that we're gonna focus a lot on today, but there's so many other AI tools. There are probably hundreds of AI tools being developed every single day right now. I'm not even kidding, right? There are websites tracking these AI tools, and there's so many tools out just coming out, and a lot of tools are based on ChatGPT, the database they have, the algorithm they have. So ChatGPT is one of them, and ChatGPT is a large language model developed by OpenAI. It uses advanced natural language processing algorithm to understand and respond to user queries in a conversational format. Okay, I know this is hard to understand either. So I wanted to maybe help you guys really understand what ChatGPT, like why it's so popular, why it's so many people talking about right now, right? Very simple example. Okay, ChatGPT versus Google search. Everyone use Google searches, right? Everyone use Google searches. Yep, everyone uses Google searches. So let's compare ChatGPT and a Google search. ChatGPT interacts with users in a conversational format, allowing for a continuous exchange of information and responses. So the other day, I had a conversation with ChatGPT last week about something, and yesterday I logged in and said, hey, ChatGPT, do you remember this? ChatGPT, yeah, of course I remember it. And just kind of repeat what I told ChatGPT a week ago. So ChatGPT can have a conversation with you, continuous exchange of information and responses, while Google searches provide a list of search results with single searches, meaning users can need to search again to receive additional information. Okay, so if you guys use Google search, right, every time you search and then give you results, right, and that's it. It doesn't like continue, right? So that's kind of one very big difference here between ChatGPT and Google searches. And ChatGPT can personalize response based on the user's previous interaction. If I tell ChatGPT, oh, this is me, this is my niche, and this is what they want, and then ChatGPT can give me personalized, very customized responses based on the information I feed ChatGPT with. Okay, whereas Google searches provide usually the same results for users searching for the same keywords or phrases. Of course, geographic speaking, there might be differences between the results, but it's like fixed for a certain users. It doesn't matter what your experience, your background is, right? So these are the two major differences between ChatGPT and Google search. I hope you guys can understand a bit more here now. Okay, and there's so much more I'm not going to cover today. So that means that how can AI help you with your online coaching business? And this is also exactly how we break down the webinar today. AI or marketing, from market research and profile optimization to copywriting, content creation, direct messaging. There's so many things AI can really help you improve your marketing efficiency, save time, save money for you, right? AI or coaching, from program structuring, session planning to worksheets, handout, quiz, assignment development. It can help you develop so many things that you used to spend like 2 hours, 3 hours to develop something. Now it's like 5 minutes. That's it. So that's how effective AI can be, helping you with the material developments in your coaching business. AI or sales, from sales script development to objection handling. You can ask AI, hey, somebody asked me this question. What do you think I should respond? Right? Or I have this, can you develop a sales script for me? Right? So then you're going to talk about this a little bit more. AI or business scaling, from email marketing, landing pages, pay advertising, affiliate marketing to podcasts, digital products. So the other day I was like, hey, this is my niche. This is what I want to do. Hey, can you find 20 affiliates that can help you with my business and with their contact links, right? And please also provide the introduction email. And that's all done in 2 minutes, right? It's amazing. AI or business scaling. Okay, so these are the 4 kind of angles we can look at it, how AI can help you with your online coaching business. Now we're gonna dive into AI or marketing. Just a quick reminder, right? Use the Q&A feature to ask questions throughout this program, throughout this webinar. So if you have questions specifically to the host, you you can name the host and then in the question, right? And also use the chat to engage with each other, talk about it, how you feel about AI. So we're gonna focus on Q&A feature, the Q&A section to answer questions, okay? Now, let's start with the AI, your marketing, and I'll turn it to Richard. Richard gonna talk about market research.
Yes, I am indeed, James. Now, let me just put my slides up here and let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me, if you can see my screen okay. Everybody should be able to see that. Can you see my screen okay?
Not yet.
Let's see. Okay, so I shared that desktop and let's see if it works. Okay, that should be it now. You should be able to see my screen there.
Got it.
Excellent stuff. Okay, my name is Richard Butler. I am the AI expert. AI is changing so quickly that we'll all be experts and then we won't be experts because it's constantly changing. I mean, in the last couple of days, even there's been more talk about different AI models. I've been a trainer for the last 25 years, always in IT, always around IT. I'm an accredited communications coach and I'm a practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming. So communications is something that really interests me and how we communicate. And this is going to be one of the important things with ChatGPT, as James was saying. The word chat is so important because you are actually chatting with this bot. I hear people saying a he, a she, they call it the bot, whatever it may be, but we are chatting with this bot and it is interacting with us. If you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, I would love to connect with you. That is my link there. But let's talk about why market research is important. Well, we need to know who we are trying to target. No matter what type of coaching we do, we need to be able to target the right people, because if we're not targeting the right people, then we're just throwing our message out there, and our message may not be resonating with the people that we want it to resonate with. We also want to think about and understand, well, who are the competition? I mean, who else is out there? Can I find more information about that particular niche or the possible niche that I want to work on? Are there any trends that may currently be coming up or that I should be aware of as a coach? I mean, is it, for example, in one of the ChatGPTs that I did, one of the chats, mental health and education around mental health came up. So maybe that is something that as a coach, I can then add into my marketing materials, or I can actually say, well, now actually, maybe that's a little program that I can develop. And we will talk about program development later on in this webinar. You can actually ask, and AI can help you with pricing strategies as well. So I may think, well, $97 is a wonderful price for my product. And maybe ChatGPT will say, well, similar products are actually at $297. So as James said, it's not just that ChatGPT is giving a list of websites like Google does. ChatGPT is coming in and it is actually telling you the information and collating the information that you need. The final thing that we can do with market research is obviously improve our marketing strategies, because I think my marketing strategy is great if I have one. I think my message is great. But then I say to ChatGPT, well, how can I make it better? And guess what? ChatGPT can do that. I mean, my mind is blown by what it can do. And we are really at the beginning. What was it? 1998? I remember, I sound old now. I remember when Google came along. And I remember telling students at the time, there's this new search engine called Google. I don't know if it's any good. And now look at where Google is. ChatGPT has amassed more users since November 2022 than the major social media sites. So it is here to stay, and it's something that we definitely have to get to know how to use, because if we don't know how to use it, we are going to be behind in the actual competition. So rather than going to Google and saying, you know, I'm a coach, tell me more about my market, it's just going to throw up web pages. Okay, what ChatGPT is going to do is it's going to analyze and present the information in an easy to understand way. So that's really important. It's not a list of web pages that are going to be coming up. It is like an article. It's like a couple of paragraphs of text, and it will tell you exactly what you want to know. You can ask it to actually brainstorm ideas about the coaching business, your particular niche, or your particular competition that is out there. And that can help you, because ChatGPT can also be asked, well, can you suggest how it can stand out from the competition? And guess what? It can do that as well. So it can do so many things. Now, this is the key thing with ChatGPT. You have to have what are called prompts. And prompts are simply commands that you type into ChatGPT. But this is a whole language in itself, and you need to learn the language. If any of you remember the early days of the search engines, people would just type in restaurants, and they'd say, oh my God, there's like 54 million results come up. And then people start to decide, no, now I need to type in this particular command and I will get better results. Now, one of the things we say in neurolinguistic programming is, if you want better answers, ask better questions. And I want you to remember that statement. If you want better answers from ChatGPT, ask better questions. Those who know how to write the best questions or prompts are the ones who are going to really get ahead of the crowd. So I might type in, who are my competition? ChatGPT will say, and it could possibly say, I don't know what your niche is about or what your coaching is about. So if I am more specific, I will get better answers. As James said, you can actually always go back. So do you remember my niche? Yes, I do. Okay, so now you can ask it further questions because it is a chat. Here's an example of a prompt, and I'm going to do an actual demo now in a second. But instead of me saying, I work with the HR sector, I think about it and I can chat to it. Remember, I can say conversations are in a conversational tone. I wish to target the HR sector and provide communication coaching to senior level executives who are non-native. My ideal client will have a C1 level. What are the key points I need to know about them? So that is a good prompt. I mean, we could always improve it, but that is a good prompt. So if I just go here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this text here and I'm going to put it into ChatGPT. And it goes off, and within seconds, it is writing that particular answer for me. Now, I actually did this earlier as well, and I found different, it gives you different answers each time. So don't worry about, but if I type in the exact same prompt as Richard, I'm going to get the exact same answer. ChatGPT will always change the answers for me. So one of the things that I may not have thought about for my market is cultural background. And I think, okay, well, I'm going to develop my program or my sessions, and I'm going to do something specifically about cultural background. I want to know more about communication goals. Maybe that's where I start marketing with my actual marketing material. Now, remember that as you create a ChatGPT, well, normally you'll see here that it says my history will show up here. There's been a little bit of a glitch, but it will record all of your actual chat prompts, and it will remember each one of these is like a virtual assistant. Each chat is like a virtual assistant. So it's very, very useful, but the better the question, the better the answer. Now, if you ever want to modify your prompt, you can just click on that little edit button there, and I can type something else in. I can click save and submit, and it will go and it will actually create a new answer for me. So you'll see there, it says language proficiency, professional background. So you could run the prompts 2 or 3 times just to see the different responses it gets, and everybody gets a different response when they type it in. There's no need to start going to 15 different websites. It is all here for you. Now, I haven't had a chance to look at the questions. I will answer any questions just in a second here. The next question I want to ask is, I want to ask ChatGPT what I can actually, if I go in here, what are the main problems or struggles that these people may have? And I can tell it to think beyond traditional ideas. So I want you also to think about your prompts about thinking outside of the box. And you can tell ChatGPT to think outside of the box. You can say, yeah, think outside of the box. Don't give me the traditional stuff. It tells me some of the main problems or struggles they may face include, okay, idiomatic language, lack of confidence. Oh, I never thought about that I would actually talk about lack of confidence, about technical vocabulary, etc. I can go in here and I could ask it to expand further on any of those particular topics. So like you would if I'm having a conversation and I said to you, yeah, I think nonverbal communication is a pain point. You could say to me, what is nonverbal communication? And ChatGPT will actually help you with that. The key point here, really, if I just go back to the slideshow, the key point here is to make sure that you ask really good questions. And this is where you need to learn the language. This is where you need to think, again, outside of the box. We've just done the demo there. One of the things that we do need to make sure is that we validate and ensure accuracy and relevance of the results, because ChatGPT is learning a lot. It's pulling its information from the web. If I am correct, they have a limit as to how much information ChatGPT has, in that it only knows information up to, I believe it's 2021. That is just in there. It is taking the information, it is putting the information together, but do validate, do check to make sure the information is correct. And you may have seen there's a little button beside, if I just go back here to ChatGPT, there's a little button here where I can say, yes, this is a good response, or I can actually send feedback and say, this response wasn't very good. Okay, this isn't true. So we can, in effect, train ChatGPT as we go along as well. So what you want to do is you want to make sure, sorry, I'm not going to impersonate Robbie there. Hey, Robbie. You want to make sure that when you have this information, just double check it, because in my experiments with ChatGPT, I actually found that some of the things were incorrect that it gave me. Okay, I was doing exercises and they were quite deep exercises, but I knew that the answer could be better. But you can actually tell ChatGPT, you can say, hey, I don't think that's correct. And actually, sometimes it apologizes and said, oh, actually, yes, you're right. That wasn't correct. I don't know whether they build that in so that we are just on the ball as well and we just don't rely on it as gospel. So do just check that. I'm going to check the questions and I'm going to hand over to another fellow Irishman, Robbie. One of these guys with a strange accent like myself. Go on, Robbie, take it away there. And I'll just stop my screen share.
Awesome, Richard. Thank you so much, man. That was amazing. I just want to, before I get started, I just want to check. Can everybody see me? Can everyone hear me? Just put a yes in the chat if you can, so I know I'm not talking to myself. Amazing. All right. Awesome. Perfect. So let me jump into the screen share here. Again, we all good? Can you guys see my screen? Great. All right. Awesome. So I've already recognized a lot of your names, which is really, really cool. Just in case we haven't met before, I'll give a super brief introduction. So my name is Robbie. I work with James and the team. My role involves helping teachers and coaches market, sell, and teach with more confidence and authenticity. Like Richard, I'm also an Irishman, and also like Richard, I'm living in a Spanish-speaking country. I'm actually based in Mexico City, so I've been here for almost 6 months now. A little bit about my background. So my background is in English teaching, and right up until 2020, I was working as an assistant director of studies in a language school in my home city, Dublin. Of course, in 2020, this thing happened. I don't know if anyone can remember now, but like there was this big event. So that kind of changed my circumstances a little bit. My school closed, and that was really the push I needed, the final push I needed to get online and start my own business. So that was the beginning of a crazy journey. And anyone who has been on that journey of starting your online business, you know, it's more than just teaching and coaching. You know, there are skills involved too. We need to learn things like marketing, sales, and what I'm going to be talking to you about today, copywriting. So I'm really, really excited to jump in. So just you ready to go? Awesome. All right. So quick introduction to copywriting. How familiar are you with copywriting? Who has heard this term before? And yeah, what do you understand about it? If you have a definition, just put it into the chat. I'm going to make this bigger. We've got, of course, words to be convincing. Alice, yeah, absolutely right. There are a lot of definitions for copywriting I've heard. I think my favorite is one of the simplest, and it's just words that move people to take action. And copy, it can refer to the words you use on your website, on your social media profiles, what you say in your content, in your DM messages, the words you say on camera and video, and even during your sales calls. So if these words, if they don't cause action, well, then it's impossible for us to have a business, right? So copywriting is an income generating skill. It has a steep learning curve. So when I got started online, I realized pretty early on, okay, just being able to teach, it's not enough. I need to educate myself in the skill. I need to learn how to do it effectively. And there was quite a steep learning curve. I spent a lot of time learning, studying, practicing this skill. And then a few months ago, this thing happened. This new technology dropped. And honestly, that playing field has just been completely leveled. as long as you know how to take advantage of the technology. And I've set myself a challenge today. I want to show you how you can use this technology to become a high-level copywriter in just a few minutes. So that's the target I've set. So I'll check in with you at the end. You can let me know if I've done a good job with that. So full disclosure, my initial reaction when I came across ChatGPT a few months ago, it wasn't as positive as I feel about it now. So like I said, copywriting was this skill. I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of money learning this skill, practicing it. And it was something that helped me a lot in business. And I got to the point where I was actually teaching other people, you know, how to write copy, how to improve their content. And then this technology arrives and it just seems like in a few seconds, it can help people write really effective copy. So I had mixed emotions. One of those emotions was fear, but on reflection, I was totally wrong. And Richard kind of touched on this earlier. Like the internet, like email, like these innovations that came before, this is a tool. And as entrepreneurs, this is something we can use to help us in business. We can take advantage of it, we can leverage it, and we can also use it to help more people. So I kind of realign my perspective on copy there. So if you're kind of like me and you're feeling a little bit anxious about ChatGPT and these other new innovations, don't. This is something, it's there for us. It's there to make our lives easier. And yeah, awesome job showing up to this webinar, because that shows you're eager to learn how to use it. So that's what I want to help you do today. So as Richard already explained, market research is really, really important. And when it comes to copywriting, market research is actually the most important component. So you could have all the skills, all the techniques, you could know all the power words, but if you don't have an in-depth understanding of your reader, of your target market, your copy just won't be effective. So to write effective copy, you need to have an in-depth knowledge of your audience's challenges, fears, dreams, and aspirations. It's something that traditionally it takes a long time to accumulate all that knowledge, right? We need to talk to people, we need to work with people, we need to ask them questions. AI can now give us this in just a few seconds. And then once we have that, it can write posts that can compete with really high-level copywriters as long as we know what to tell it. So let's go back to this research phase. So Richard mentioned how important prompts are and like knowing what to feed ChatGPT. So here's a prompt we can use. And I'm going to use the example of my first online teaching business here. So tell me about the biggest fears Brazilian managers, they were my target audience, might have when it comes to speaking English at work. So this was the thing my coaching was geared towards helping them with. We put this into ChatGPT, and here's what we get back. And just hopefully the font is big enough. Just let me know if you can see. All good? Great. Awesome. All right, brilliant. So the reason I have a treasure chest here is because this is gold. This is stuff I had to manually find out, have conversations, put it into a Google Doc, do polls on LinkedIn to find out. It's given me some really, really good stuff here in a few seconds. So you guys, you could even do an experiment. If you're already been working with your niche for a while, you could put this prompt into ChatGPT, see what it gives you back, and compare it to what you already know about your niche. That could be a really interesting experiment so you can see how accurate it is. All right, so we've uncovered the gold. It's only taken a few seconds. Our next job now is to plug this into our copywriting. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, write me a LinkedIn post for target audience. In this case, we'll stick with the example of Brazilian managers with 3 actionable tips, right? When you guys write copy, when you share content, you always want the value, the advice you share to be as actionable as possible. So people walk away feeling like, wow, okay, if I got this for free, just from spending a few minutes on this content, imagine how good their service must be. So that's an objective for your content. So we're going to ask ChatGPT to give us 3 actionable tips to help them overcome one of their biggest challenges. What challenge will I talk about? Well, we already got it here. So this is what we got back as the result from our market research: a fear of making mistakes. One of the biggest fears that Brazilian managers might have when speaking English is the fear of making mistakes. They might be worried about their accent, grammar, that they'll be judged or criticized for it. So We're going to put this prompt into ChatGPT, write a LinkedIn post for Brazilian managers with 3 actionable tips to help them overcome fear of making mistakes when they speak English at work. A few seconds later, this is what we got back. So I want to check in with you now. All right. Let me know, anyone who's, been creating content for a while, what do you think? What do you think about this post over here? How does it look? If you had to give it a score out of 10. Ryan gives it a 2. I hear too long. Give me some ways it could be improved. Inga says 11. Wow. So we've got right across the spectrum here. I've got a 3, a 2, a 3. All right. So the scores aren't too flattering here. And I agree with you. This isn't bad. Hey, it will probably take us a while to do if we needed to do it ourselves from scratch. Right. But I agree. It could be improved. What would make this post better? No wrong answers here. Just put it in the chat. If it was shorter, Marie says images, tone. That's a really interesting one. Lucy says more details. Rose, individual voice, emojis, less generic. Some really, really nice suggestions there. Yeah, you're totally right. Like, so with content, we're not writing to impress anybody. We're writing to share value. And unfortunately, with our social media brains, these days, people go on platforms like LinkedIn, Instagrams. We don't have the best attention span. We see a lot of text. We see chunky paragraphs, suggest a commitment. I might have to work hard to extract the information here. So we're going to use this knowledge of copywriting and we're going to plug it into a new prompt and we're going to refine and improve this post. So here's a prompt, and this is something all of you can use with your existing content. Good. Now add a concise and compelling hook. So in copy, your hook, it's really important, right? Everyone's scrolling down this endless feed. Your hook is how you get someone to stop scrolling and start reading. So we want it to be concise. We want it to be compelling to stop the scroll. Use a friendly and humorous tone. A couple of you mentioned tone in the chat. Really, really good, really important. That will resonate with target audience. We'll stick with the Brazilian managers this time and add line spacing so we can avoid those chunky paragraphs, right? So it looks a little bit more visually appealing, right? Kind of like infotainment. And a few emojis where relevant, right? Not emoji vomit. We don't want to go over the top. A few emojis where relevant to improve the readability of the post. You ready to see the results? All right, let's check it out. The moment of truth. What do you think? An improvement? Certainly visually, it looks better. Do you think someone would be more likely to stop scrolling and start reading this version of the post? Massive improvement, much better, way better. Definitely better. Emoji vomit. Yeah, I didn't coin the term. Unfortunately. Nice. Yeah, for sure. This is a big improvement. And look, like Richard said, the more information you give ChatGPT, the more specific your prompts, the more you actually know about your target audience and what you want to accomplish, the better results you're going to get. But for 3 prompts, 5 minutes, this isn't bad. I'm not saying you guys wouldn't be able to do a better job than this, but for a couple of minutes, that's not a bad result at all, right? So I want to congratulate you, because this is when you realize that in a couple of minutes, you've just become a wizard copywriter with the help of ChatGPT. So amazing work. Thank you for your attention. Like I said, this was my objective. In a few minutes, I want to show you how ChatGPT can elevate your copy and turn you into a high-level copywriter. Hopefully, I've accomplished that. And yeah, thank you so much for your attention, for your participation. It's been great. And like Richard, I'm gonna drop my LinkedIn. I know I recognize a lot of your names. I know I'm already connected with many of you. I'll drop this in to the chat just in case we're not connected. And it would be really cool to connect with you over on LinkedIn too. Awesome. So, oh, I think I sent that to my colleague in a direct message. I'll put it in the chat in a minute. All right. So thank you all so much. And I'll pass you on to Daniel now. He's gonna help you with sales.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Robbie. That was amazing. I learned a lot from that as well. All right, let me share my screen again. If you can just give me a quick yes, it's visible, or no, it isn't, that would be amazing. You guys able to see this? Yes, fantastic. Thank you. I'll have the chat open as well. So if you have any questions as they come up, I'll try to address them. And yeah, let me just get started. AI your sales. This is huge because I'm sure all of us, we want to try to make this into something profitable and utilize this tool to help us hopefully convert more sales, maybe even make more money, as Richard and Robbie alluded to. And let me talk to you about how ChatGPT might be able to help you do that, along with some other AI tools as well. So when we think about our sales script, this is really important and really central to a lot of things that we do when it comes to the kind of, meat and drink, or the real nuts and bolts of our service as coaches. So I'll tell you a little bit about me first before we get into it. So I work as a growth coach, and I help online teachers and coaches build their businesses. I've been teaching since 2011. I'm originally from the UK, but I moved to Canada in 2017. So I've been in Canada for the last six or so years. Also lived in South Korea as well. I've taught at all levels, kind of specialize in university teaching now. I've taught all over Canada, West Coast, East Coast, slightly less East Toronto. So I'm all over. And actually last year, with the help of James and his wonderful team, I did start my own education business, providing English solutions for students, teachers, and businesses as well. So I now work with James, helping other teachers and coaches to build and succeed in their own businesses. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'll just drop it in now, just so you can do that whenever you have a moment, if you want to connect with me. But let's talk about the sales, the money. This is kind of really important, right? So let's get into this. So why is a sales script important for us? This is really, really key. And let me give you a few reasons why this is so crucial and how AI tools could help us with this. As we know, this is the foundation for closing and bringing income to your business. This is what we need, right? We've got bills to pay. We have food to put on the table. So let's use AI to make this process easier. So by being able to position your offer effectively, you can convert leads into sales more easily, generate long-term income for your business. This is really, really important because many coaches really struggle with sales and they find it difficult to close at a high price or to close at all. I'm curious if you could just post in the chat for me, what have you found difficult, with sales as coaches or as teachers? Is there any specific element? Because what we'll talk about here is how AI tools like ChatGPT can help you with this. So I'm just curious to know. Pricing, yes, that's a huge one, Alice. Yeah, closing at a higher rate, great. People say they want to sign up and get ghosted. All right, yep, all of it. Value, conveying value. This is important. We'll get to this in a moment. Teaching's undervalued. Get nervous. Okay, no physical products, group coaching, closing. Okay, this is great. Yes. So the beautiful thing is tools like ChatGPT could help you with this, and they can definitely help you with some elements of this to make the process a little bit less stressful, a little bit less anxiety inducing, and also to give you some options as well. So if we can use these tools to help us build a successful script or scripts, this will result in higher conversions, higher sales, and better results. But the key is, how do we actually do this, Daniel? Can you show me? Yes, I can. Here we go. So what we can do here, how do you articulate what you do? How do you specifically say, this is who I am and this is what I do? That can be really difficult, and that can be very tricky for us. Someone asks, well, what makes you different to this person? Or how can you do this when other people can't do this? So these tools can help us, these prompts can help us to really articulate and speak in the language, and I mean English, but I mean use the vocabulary and the way of communicating with your audience properly. So you could talk about your products and services. You could simplify your messaging, as Robbie just did, an amazing example. There was a script, okay, it's all right, it's not perfect. How do we make it better? A few little prompts in there, and an amazing result came out. We can do the same around your sales messaging and your sales script as well. We can provide differentiation for your different clients or leads that you might want to coach. So perhaps you have clients in different countries. Maybe you have clients with different levels of English. Maybe you have clients who have slightly different needs. Now, we might have a specific area of coaching or a specific niche, but if we can communicate to them a little bit more directly, that's going to help us to be more effective. So we're not general, obviously we're niche, but go even more niche. So that's a really important factor. And how can you be more authentic, less robotic, less salesy? We all know when people are trying to sell to us. We all know when people are trying to, tell us about how great this product is or why we should buy this product. But how do they actually communicate what the product is, how it can help you, and what results or what success you will see from using that? That, again, is really hard to do on your own by yourself. So we can use tools like ChatGPT to help us with this. So here's an example that we can look at together. And I know Richard's already kind of shown you how it works, and it would be the same process, but just with this prompt. So here we have one: write a sales script for IT professionals in Spain with 10 questions that will help me understand the most common issues they face, and offering the solution my coaching program offers. Now, why have I written the script in this way? I've identified who, IT professionals. I've identified where, in Spain. I've identified an amount of questions I'd like, 10 questions, to help me understand the most common issues. And then I can position my solution, my coaching program. So I've kind of got it to do all the heavy lifting. I've got all the W questions, if we might say, the who, what, when, where, why. So then I can get this result here. Now, again, I'm not sending this to clients, so it is quite wordy. And the detail here is actually really useful for me because I want to convert this or adapt this into my sales process. So as you can see, it's got a few different questions here. I won't read them all, but I just want to show you kind of how this looks. So we can see here, this is my name. I specialize in coaching IT professionals in Spain. I understand, okay, already we're starting to build a connection. We're starting to really try to appeal and get that hook, get that approach with our audience. May I ask you a few questions? So this is an example script. You can take this, you could adapt it, you could modify it if you wish as well. So we see those 10 questions here. Some kind of key ones that I maybe wouldn't think about here. In IT, what are your biggest obstacles when it comes to implementing new software or hardware solutions? I'd never think about that, but that's a real issue that a lot of IT professionals might face. Again, number 6, have you faced any issues related to data management, storage, or analysis? Again, that's an area I would never have thought about. Yeah, they are yes, no questions, Alan. Yep, but we could definitely adapt them. It's just to give us an idea, which we can then, develop with ChatGPT. Again, what areas of IT? It's a little bit general, so we could use prompts. We could make it better, but this would just be as a first glance, a starting point, and then how might you position your program, your coaching program that you do. And again, you can go into that. Covers topics such as cybersecurity, data management, communication skills. So these might be things that have been identified that are really key that I might not have even known about. Oh, data management. Yeah, I guess that's a really huge issue today that a lot of things should be working on. So again, this is the challenge with the language. If you are teaching, as a teacher, you might focus on more English related things, but as a coach, you might look at it more holistically as well. So again, this is the first step, but you can see the value of this and just tweaking it and adapting it and just plugging in a little bit more detail for what you do as well. The great question. I'm glad you like the questions, Kathy. Yeah. Again, we probably have these questions, but it just helps to have more to use, more tools. The more tools we have, then the better we can hopefully help potential clients that we want to coach. So here's another prompt example. And again, this is a bit more specific. Write a sales script for a phone call with a social media manager from Uruguay with 7 questions that will help me get a clear picture of their difficulties using English, and then position how I can aim to solve them for this client. This is something I did because I was actually in this situation last week. So I thought, why not get ChatGPT to help me? Okay. And what happened? I got this result here. I slightly modified it and adapted it. And I kind of covered this during the call that I had with this client. And again, this is 100% true. I was able to convert that lead into a client, and they're now one of my clients from using this tool for sales. Again, I won't go over everything, but as you can see, some of the questions here, things I would never think about. I'm being very specific with that job, that niche, that kind of, area of the world as well. And this, again, because I work as an English coach primarily, it's more about language specific to their job. But again, you can adapt this in any way that you see fit. And again, here's how we position it. Here's how we get into that fact of talking about, okay, how do I introduce, what I do, my solutions, my programs, etc. So this is how you can see, a process and give you a process as well. So this was a result. It actually did work for me, which is why I was so happy to share it with you all here as well. Again, objections. This is really, really common. Of course, you've mentioned already, how do I deal with objections? Maybe price, they're not ready, they ghost me, they go away. That could be due to a few different things. Maybe we didn't communicate ourselves as clearly as we would like. Maybe we didn't really articulate how our services, how our coaching products or programs solve that problem. Maybe we didn't really appeal to them in a way that, or speak to them in a way that could help. So again, I could ask, highlight 6 objections. So I prepared these objections just in case. 1 or 2 of them did come up, but then luckily, because I had something here to refer to, okay, I don't have to worry. I've already got something here so I can respond to them when those objections come up. I don't have the budget. Okay, that's fine. So maybe I should stress a little bit more about the benefits, maybe offer payment plans, a trial session. Okay, so those are some ways I can get around that objection of price. I don't have the time. Okay, we can talk about, okay, let me talk about the ways we can deliver this, the way we can, the ways you can learn, how you can learn. We can actually put it on an app so you can do it on your phone on your way to work. Oh, I didn't know that. Great. That sounds like a great option. Again, this is a great way to use AI to just help us think about these little things we might have even considered. And these little things might be the difference between a potential client that you want to coach saying, no, not interested, sorry, to, oh, actually, yeah, you've removed all those barriers or all those objections I had in my mind, and I'm really comfortable and happy, and I really feel that you're the expert to help me. Another one that's really common, I'm already proficient in English, I don't need any help. Again, for me, in my niche, working with these professionals, highlight the benefits of specialized training for social media. So again, how is it going to help you? How is it going to really benefit you specifically? So again, we can look at objections here as well to help us. And then one more point here. What about the tone? So Richard, you talked about tone. Robbie, you talked about, again, how to really appeal to that audience. So, that it might be, in my scope anyway, in my experience, sometimes the English levels of our potential leads or clients that we want to speak to, sometimes their level maybe isn't as high as we think. Maybe it's a little bit lower. Maybe we need to adapt our messaging. We can't always approach every potential market or every potential, lead with the same level of messaging, the same level of branding. So what this tool can do, I can plug in a previous script, or I can plug in a previous prompt that I've done before and maybe just modify it quickly and easily. So adapt the tone of a sales script for IT professionals in Spain at a B1 English level. Okay, so it's going to change the level of English that it's being communicated at. So it's a little bit less technical, it's a little bit less wordy, the vocabulary is a little bit more simple and direct, so it can be more easily understood. And then 5 to 6 questions I can ask to make sure I can assess the client and their working level of English. Again, this is English specific, but you can change these prompts. So again, a lot more simplified. I help IT professionals improve their English. Simple. I understand that English can be challenging. So the vocabulary here is a lot more, relatable to someone at that B1 level. Questions are a bit more simplified, but in the early stages of working or communicating with a client, this could be, or a lead, this could be a really nice way to just build a rapport with them and build up, some confidence that you're the expert to help them. If you're going straight in at a C1 level or a C2 level, you might lose them. They might feel overwhelmed. They might feel, this is too much for me. I'm not comfortable at this level. So use this tool, use ChatGPT to help you just simplify and bring it down to that level if that's what's needed. And again, it's just simplified my previous prompt. It's just made it a little bit easier, a little bit more simple to follow as well. And we've got some additional questions down here we can ask. So honestly, the sky's the limit. The opportunities here are endless. When it comes to sales, sales is something really tricky and really difficult. And I know as coaches, we have that anxiety, and we have that stress sometimes, but have some things prepared, play around with this, use it to help you construct a script or scripts at different levels. We don't have to make dozens, but maybe having a couple of different things so that after 2 or 3 minutes on a call or meeting with someone, you realize they're not understanding me. This is a little bit over their head. Okay, I can just quickly pivot. I can quickly tweak it if I need to. I've got something there in place. What if they ask these questions? Well, I'm prepared. I have some ways to naturally and confidently try to approach these objections. So those are some examples to help you with sales. I hope you found that useful. I'm right on with my 15 minutes. I didn't want to go any longer. So I'm going to pass it over now to Lucy, I believe, and we're going to talk about how to AI your coaching. Thank you. And I'll just drop my LinkedIn one more time if you need it. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Daniel. I learned a lot. Hello, everybody. My name is Lucy Malik. I am the program, curriculum, and teaching coach on James's team. I'm just going to present real quick so you can see. Great. If you can hear me, could you please let me know if you don't hear me? Okay, great. Awesome. All right, so I saw in the poll, a lot of people are wanting coaching materials, lesson plans, assignments. So I only have a bit of time. However, I'm going to tell you as much as I possibly can in the next few minutes. But as we've heard so far today, ChatGPT is an incredibly powerful tool, and it's only going to get more powerful when it comes to all of these things that you are going to use in your coaching sessions. So the big thing we're going to talk about today are your materials. This is, well, before. Hello. I am living in Amsterdam right now. As I said, I'm the curriculum and teaching specialist on James's team. I have my master's in education and teaching and curriculum. I have been teaching in the classroom for 7 years, and similar to Robbie, things changed a little bit, and I started going online more about 3 years ago when the world changed quite a bit, and found James through the 21-day challenge. And as I've been going through my teaching career more, I've realized I really love the coaching teachers and supporting them with their programming and curriculum so much. And I actually also do this now at my primary school. So I really, living and breathing the dream, I guess. And being outside as much as possible is a huge fun fact for me. Please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I will put my LinkedIn, the link in the chat after I present. So why are creating coaching materials so important, and why is coaching so important? Well, this is what you are doing. Everything that we've already heard about is helping you get to the point where you are now student facing, and your coachees, your clients, they are now learning from you. And so you can have awesome sales scripts, you can have an awesome, you can have a great niche, and you can do all the research. But when you get to the classroom, you also want to say, hey, it's not just my copy, it's not just my sales script, but also my coaching is really awesome as well. And the good thing is that ChatGPT can really help us with this. Without strong course outlines and lesson plans and materials, your students are not going to see the value in the program, and they're just not going to come to class. I've done a lot of research about why students stop why they stop in the middle of coaching programs. And that's because a lot of times they don't see the value. They're like, okay, well, this is an hour that I'm going to go to my coach, we're going to chat, and I'm going to learn from them for an hour. But what more is that going to give me? Or is that hour worth it? We want them to see that it is worth it. And if you have clients that are showing up and they're putting in the work, you are not only going to have confidence in yourself, your coaching is going to get better, you're going to get great testimonials from students. That's going to help your sales. And at the end of the day, we all want to make a great impact on people's lives. So with that, how in the world can this amazing, powerful AI tool help us? Content generation. There's so much that we can create in ChatGPT. Using keywords and topics, you can say, this is, my topic, my keyword, how can you help me? How can I make this an engaging lesson or session with my clients? And AI can help you. Also, you can bring to the tool, you can say, this is my course. I have a potential client that has a problem with something else. How can I personalize my course so that they also find value in it? So let's say you want to add some pronunciation, or you want to add a little bit of grammar, or they have a really hard time with their vocabulary is really lacking, and that's not part of your program already. You can put the outline of your program into ChatGPT and say, help me personalize for someone, and you can have that personalized coaching outline and also the materials for you. Worksheet and handout development. It's really hard I can't wait to show you. But basically, let's say you have someone you're coaching and they are not confident in their public speaking, and you want them to have this, little handout that says, hey, every time before a presentation, do the 5 steps, it'll get you ready. ChatGPT can help you with those things. And later on, we'll learn about how you can make it look nice in Canva. But before that, ChatGPT can help you with the things that you want to be sure your client or your coachee or student gets, okay? Something that also so many people have a hard time with is the assessment development. We are likely coaching clients who are adults, and we're not going to give them a math test like I give my primary school students. We need to assess them in a different way. That's not sit down and take this test. With AI, we can create these assessments that can help us with allowing our clients to partake in maybe an activity that while you're doing the activity, you are also assessing what they've been learning so far. So, and they can also make quizzes. So there's so many different things that you can make with this tool that will help you with the assessments, will help you with knowing what you need to help your students with next. And then, of course, activity development. We all want to have interesting, impactful lessons. That's another thing in my research I've found, that when we have lessons where we are speaking to the students more than they are speaking with us, there is a higher dropout rate in those programs. So we want to be sure that our programs are really student-centered and the students are engaged as much as possible so that they can learn as much as you can. You only have them for probably an hour a week for a certain amount of weeks. So how do we make that hour as impactful as possible using these coaching activity development resources? We can make sure that we're making the most out of our hour with them, or however long you have with them. So to my prompt example for the day, well, I have two, but my first one, I want to write an article about how to give a good presentation and use the following verbs in the article: bring in, wrap up, run through, get across, and break down. This is for an IT manager who speaks C1 English. Let's see what ChatGPT has for us. So this is a great outline for helping to practice these phrasal verbs, and so that your clients can see these phrasal verbs in action. So we have, as an IT manager, giving presentations is likely a regular part of your job. Here are some tips to help you give good presentations. So not only is this practicing the phrasal verbs, it's also tips included, which is great. Bring in your audience. So if they're having a hard time understanding what bring in your audience or bring in means, they read this, all right, they're engaged, we've got it. Run through your presentation. Before you give your presentation, make sure to run through it a couple times. This will help you become more familiar with the material. This is phenomenal. And something that you could even follow up with this is, could you please write some discussion questions for me? So after this is in ChatGPT, I could have also then said, could you write discussion questions for me for after reading this article? And they could say, let's say one of the examples is, yes, what does bring in mean? And have you ever experienced a time where you brought in your audience? ChatGPT can make those phenomenal conversation discussion prompts for after reading. So it's a really great way to have this time to read and then also follow up with a discussion. The next one, how can I organize my coaching program into modules or sessions that build on each other for a clear progression for clients? This is super important because if our coaching program is all over the place, our clients are going to see that we are not organized, and the inherent trust that they put in us to get them to reach their end goals is going to be broken. And they're going to say, yeah, well, I just don't think Lucy is going to help me get to my goals. Therefore, I'm not going to finish my program. And that is not what we want. At the end of the day, like I said, we want more people finishing our program for us to have more success, for them to have more success. Okay. So we put this into ChatGPT. Let's see what we get. To organize your coaching program into modules and sessions that build on each other, you can follow these steps. Identify the goal or outcomes of your coaching program. Determine what you want your clients to achieve or learn from your coaching program. This will help you design your coaching program with a clear focus. Number 2, break down the program into modules. Divide your coaching program into smaller, more manageable sections. Determine the order of modules. Decide on the order of modules based on their level of complexity, importance, and relevance. Create a timeline. Timelines are always important, so we feel that we're moving along. Develop a timeline for your coaching program that outlines when each module will be covered. This will help you stay on track and ensure you cover all the necessary material in the allotted time. Design activities and assessments. Create activities and assessments for each module to help your clients apply what they have learned and measure their progress, and provide feedback and support. Offer feedback and support your clients throughout the coaching program to help them stay motivated and on track. The great thing about this is that ChatGPT can help you with all 6 of these bullet points. So if you say, how then do I make a timeline for my coaching program? You can then follow that up and say, help me make a timeline for my coaching program, and it will. So this is such a powerful tool when it comes to all things of coaching materials, lesson plans, and assignments. And like the previous presenters have said, making sure that you are asking those questions very specifically, and you can always modify your questions. Say, okay, this is great, but help me with taking it a step further. That is really going to help you hone in on how to make your coaching and teaching the most impactful for your clients. So thank you so much. Next, we will hear from Gemma, and I will be sure to put my link into the chats.
Okay, thanks so much, Lucy. That was really interesting. So great, and so excited to now get to share with you how you can scale your coaching business. I'm just going to share my screen. Give me 1 second. Okay, now I have a question for you. Can you let me know, have you checked your emails today? Simple question. Have you checked your emails today? Let me know. I'm saying yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I'm going to share with you all about email marketing. But before I do, my name is Gemma Keeling. I just bring up this page, we can get started. Oh, no, not share. Sorry, bear with me. There we go. Okay, perfect. So I'm Gemma Keeling, and I'm the scaling strategist and corporate training expert on the Boe team. And way before that, I started coaching and teaching online back in 2015. So quite a long time ago. I started teaching over 13 years ago in the classroom, and gradually have gone online. And I'm originally from the south of England. I do live in Mexico, although now I'm back in England. Great weather. So there's a few, just like Robbie, I'm also in Mexico, not too far away from each other. So that's pretty cool. I've seen in the comments there's a few also from there. And so now I do have my own business as well as helping other coaches with scaling. So my own business, Fluent Speakers, I started that in 2020, similar to Lucy and a few others here, by taking the 21-day challenge with James. And since then, I've now offered one-on-one coaching, group coaching, corporate coaching. I offer training to companies in Brazil, in Spain, in Germany, many different countries. I also have a membership. And a big secret of that is what I'm going to share with you today of how I've been able to do that. And that's all through email marketing, or that's been, I guess, a huge part of how I'm able to get that consistency with my clients. So, and that's the case when I first started. And also, if you've been doing coaching for a while, I think the biggest thing is, how can I get consistent results? So I think the most powerful tool that you can use to do that is through email marketing. But you might be asking, well, isn't email marketing dead? So email marketing simply means having a list of names of your niche or your potential ideal customer. And it's a list of people who have said, yeah, I want to hear from you. I like potentially what you've got to offer. I like your posts on LinkedIn. I like your social media. I want to hear more from you. So it's like having a list of fans that say, yeah, I'm interested. I want to hear more. So it really is such a powerful tool. And you can't always rely on social media. Now, I think social media is great. It's a great way to connect with people. But as we know, it isn't the most reliable in terms of people seeing, the algorithms aren't great, and you can't always get to see. They can't see your posts. You might have a huge social media following. They're not checking it every day. Now, many of you, I imagine, are checking your emails every day. You might be thinking, yeah, but there's quite a lot of them that I ignore. And that's true. I'm sure if you look in your inbox, there's thousands of unread emails. But for those that you build trust with and you regularly engage with them, I will open up all of my emails from those people that I've built that trust with those coaches that I like, with the products that I like. Now, who here has ever bought anything, whether that's a product, a service, through an email? Have you bought something before? Let me know. Okay. So one thing is, they've also found that compared to SMS, where it can be quite intrusive, it is the best way to get into someone's inbox, to get close to that person and to really get them to see your message. And that's through emails. Now, I personally use ConvertKit, and that is free up to your first 1,000 people. Now, when I first started, I didn't use that, but that is an option. And you can also use a few other tools like MailChimp. But I got quite scrappy at the beginning. With the people, my strategy sessions, my original people that I had on my calls, I would get their emails. They were my original first list of people. The amazing thing about email marketing is that level of personalization, because they can tell you, I would like to hear from you just once a month. I don't want to hear from you all the time. Once a month would be really nice. And you can personalize that email. I could say, hey, and then their name, and it's feeling more like a connection. It really helps you to build a personal relationship with them. So how can AI help you with your email marketing? And I know Robbie, Richard, Lucy, and Daniel have shared so many great points of what AI can actually do. But a big part is, let's say that I have a new client and I would like to welcome them to my offer. I would like to send an email so they know, yeah, hey, welcome, you have purchased this. I don't want someone to have buyer's remorse. I can set up an automated email welcome system. So let's say that someone buys my coaching service or my product, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm fast asleep, they will still get this email to say welcome, and they can still hear from me even when I'm sleeping. Now, I can also use email marketing to create engagement. Now, you're putting all that effort into putting content out on social media. You might have a YouTube channel. You might be posting regularly in articles on LinkedIn. You could be putting a lot of content out there, and not everyone is seeing it. And you can set up some sequences to engage your subscribers regularly. So they're saying I do that personally once per week, and they get to see my content when it's live. They're kind of the first ones to see that. You can also use email marketing to set up what's called a drip campaign. And that might be that you have a new product that you want to offer. It could be a digital course, let's say, and you say, I would like to set up some emails that would educate that this is now available. Say, I only want to offer this it's a flash sale for 5 days. What emails could I say? AI can help you with that. So it can help you in the research stage. It can help you with creating, writing, and to send the emails, like I said, to either re-engage past customers maybe that you've worked with, or it could be new customers or your loyal fans that follow your every email. Also with AI, you can use it to track how well your emails are performing. And I'll just touch on that a little bit in a moment. So let's say that I have a new, I'm welcoming a customer to a new offer that I have. So let's say that I have a digital course. I would say, please draft a welcome email for a new customer. Now, ideally, you would specify, as we've seen, who that would be. So let's say you work with busy moms or busy parents, and you're going to offer them a service, perhaps or let's say it's a digital course to help them with their fitness. I would also say, which I know Richard and Robbie have alluded to, the tone that you use. I personally like to use more of a friendly tone, especially in an email. I like to share an email like I think, this is my friend. What would I send in an email if this person was my friend? And I usually like to think of my own client that I have. Her name is Karen, and I use her as, what would I send to Karen? So I usually like to do that in my friendly tone. So you can ask ChatGPT to ask with what kind of tone. So for me, friendly tone, and also to show excitement. What language can you use that, I don't want them to have that buyer's remorse. Oh no, why did I buy this? I want them to be excited that they've joined my coaching service or my product that I'm offering. So when you do this, this is a really great draft. So I typed this in, and the subject line, it was welcome to, and then the name of the course. Now we'll have a look at how we can optimize that in just a moment, because that's pretty dull. We can make that even more exciting in a moment. Now it says, I'm thrilled to welcome you to the name of the course. As a new member, you're now part of the community of learners, for example, if that's the kind of the setup for your course. And it's reminding them of the benefits of why they've joined. And it's listed those out. I mean, we'll have a look at how to optimize in a second. And then it's saying, as you start your journey with us, I encourage you to take advantage of the resources. It even will tell you where to put the links. Thank you for choosing. We're excited to have you on board. So there's language here that's quite friendly. Of course, I can use this as my first draft and make this even better. So let's say now that I would like to share an email, or I would like to have an email specifically to re-engage. Or maybe you don't have a list of people at all and you don't know what to say to them. That was one of my first things. What do I say to people in an email? And I might ask, how can I re-engage people? And especially if you haven't heard from someone, I've fallen off the bandwagon in a way. I haven't emailed for a couple of months. What do I say to them? Checking in with you. We haven't heard from you in a while. Or if you haven't heard from them. I hope this email finds you well. As someone who has shown interest in our brand before, I wanted to take a moment to touch base and see how you're doing. Now, this is similar language to what I would use personally with my friend. I would change it to the language that you typically would use based on the level of your customers. So if they're non-native English, like we've seen, I would change that for their level as well. And then it's also saying, you know, no longer if you don't want to be on my email list, let us know. We're here to support you. We respect your inbox. We want to ensure that we're only sending content that is meaningful and useful to you. Either way, we'd love to hear from you. And that's a great way to re-engage someone and have a conversation. Regularly, when I send emails like this, I do get a reply. And many people will feel that even though I've sent this email to a few hundred people, they, you know, it says like, hi, Lucy. Lucy will feel like I'm sending it only to Lucy. It's not that this is a mass email. So there's another thing to consider. So I mentioned earlier that the subject line wasn't the most exciting. So it was like, welcome to the course. Would you click on that? Maybe. So if you're not really sure how to improve the subject lines, it's something that I personally do is use ChatGPT to give me some suggestions of the subject line of the email. Now, the subject line is the first thing that you see in your inbox. And if it's not exciting, you're going to delete them. I'm just going to ignore it or delete the email. We don't want that to happen. So this is what I asked, is what email subject lines could I use to send to busy parents to share a new free fitness guide? Now it's given me some more suggestions. Get Fit in Minutes, our free guide for busy parents. Fit and Fabulous, the ultimate free guide for parents. Don't miss out, free fitness guide for busy parents. It's given me a few suggestions here, which hopefully you're more likely to click with these, which we've said is just so important. And one way that you can actually use is by something called an A/B test. Now, let's say I like 2 of these, but I don't really know what will resonate with my audience. These are great suggestions. I can choose 2 of these that I think, knowing who I coach, I can choose one. And then, so let's say I choose Get Fit in Minutes. I think that one's all right. And then maybe Get Healthy and Fit, our free gift. So almost the same, we've just changed a couple of words. I can then send 50% with one subject line and the other 50% of my audience with the second subject line. I can then see which one is higher in performing, and I can better understand my audience and which one resonates, which one doesn't. So there's also another way that you can use ChatGPT and use other AI tools as well to help you with this process of really connecting, engaging, and ultimately getting more customers into your business. So for me, using AI has just saved me a lot of time with market research. It's helped me to become more consistent in creating content, engaging with my audience, so I can focus on other tasks. So that's what I wanted to share today. If you do have any questions, let me know. I will be getting back to you in the Q&A. I'm happy to answer questions. And I'd love to connect with you as well. I will drop my LinkedIn, but I want to pass it over. I don't want to go over too long. I think we've got a couple of minutes, but I know James has a lot to share with you, which is really exciting. So yeah, I'll pass it over to James.
Hey, I'm back. All right, I spotlight myself here. It's really difficult for me to wait there for so long, and I hope you guys are doing fine. All right, cool. Yeah, tell me, how do you guys feel so far? It's been 1.5 hours into this. Okay, how do you guys feel? How do you guys think about? How do you guys like about the webinar right now? So we have covered marketing, sales, coaching, scaling. I'm seeing so many comments. Amazing, great webinar. That's great. I'm so pumped because we almost hit 300 members watching this webinar. I know people have to leave. We still have 277 members watching it right now. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited we did it. We came up with this idea just like maybe 2 weeks ago. We have to do something here, right? We have to do something to help our community because we know this is revolutionize. This is going to revolutionize the whole thing. And we want you guys to get the best suggestions from us and how to use AI to save time, right? How much time you can save? You can get saved, create content, marketing content, create emails, do market researches, right? Writing sales scripts. And I asked ChatGPT to write me a contract, 2 seconds. That's it, right? So I used to search it online, finding a template. I was like, hey, ChatGPT, I want to do this. This is my terms. I want to do, the compensation, blah, blah, blah. Write me a contract. Boom, 2 seconds, right? It's so exciting. And today, right now, I'm the last one. I will present the courses, the digital courses. So I want to ask one question, guys. How many of you have launched your digital courses? How many of you are thinking of launching your courses, right? Digital courses? Put it in the comment, right? Juan, I have launched some of them. Yes, I am not yet. I'm thinking of launching courses. So I want to share with you guys why you want to launch your courses and how ChatGPT and also other tools can help you. Let me share my screen with you guys, okay? Digital course creation. All right, I've seen a lot of comments now in the chats. Yeah, thinking of it, fantastic. Okay, planning to launch in 2 months. Great, Wanda. For me, this was new. Thinking about it is great. So I hope if you are thinking about launching digital courses, but you feel overwhelmed or you're struggling of putting things together, this is your best time ever, okay? Because AI, ChatGPT can help you so much. Okay, so very quickly, let's dive into it right now. So why creating digital courses is important for every single online coaching business, all right? So one thing we have seen our coaches, our clients struggling when they try to scale is that they can't scale with the one-on-one coaching. That you only have 24/7, right? You only have that many hours. You can only have that clients. How can you get your revenue to the next level? How can you get your business to the next level? Digital course is one of many options because digital course allow you to sell your courses to unlimited numbers of customers without requiring additional resources to generate passive income. So it's passive. You have a course out, people download, people watch it, they don't need you, right? So you can make passive income while you're sleeping, right? You don't have to do it, you have to deliver it. That's how you scale your business to the next level. And digital courses can be offered at a lower cost for a wider range of clients, allowing coaches to attract more clients and generate more revenue. So it's especially for coaches who are launching one-on-one coaching right now only. So your price tag could be a couple $100, a couple $1,000, then it's hard for people to get on your program because of the price tag. But if you have a digital course that's cheaper because you don't have to do anything with it, right? Cheaper, that will really open up your audience size, open up your client base. And more importantly, people take your digital course and feel, oh my God, this coach is it's the person I'm looking for. And they're gonna have more confidence in investing in more program from you. Right, so digital course is a great program you can have before your one-on-one, before your group coaching. So these are the reasons why creating digital courses is super important for every single online coaching business to scale their business. Okay, so how AI can help you with this? AI can help you with the whole process, from streaming the course creation process, improving the delivery of your course content, providing personalized support to clients, advancing the overall coaching experience and driving business growth. Okay, so this is very big, but specifically ChatGPT, how can ChatGPT, one of the many AI tools, can help you here? First, content creation. ChatGPT can suggest topics, provide research insight, generate course materials based on coaching topic and keywords. Course structure. ChatGPT can help you structure the course, the lesson plan, timeline, course objectives based on the client needs, preference to help structure your courses, right? Course design. ChatGPT can also give you suggestions on templates, visual elements, images, videos that can align with your topic and the brand. assessment. So something Lucy already talked about, right? You can create quiz, assignment questions to help you develop the assessment section of your course, right? Based on the topic keywords you give ChatGPT. So I want to show you one more time, right? The examples here. So because we have some time left, I'm just gonna go to ChatGPT. I'll show you guys. No, ChatGPT does it live, right? So what I'm gonna do is, like, let's say your niche is you help senior executives for public speaking. Okay, that's your niche. And then now you want to create a course. Okay, what are you gonna do? So I'm gonna copy the first one. I'm going to create a course on public speaking for senior executives. What are the topics I should cover in the course? Okay, I'll put it in the test. I have a test here, put it down. All right, so ChatGPT gonna tell you all the possible topics and you can cover for this course, right? There are 10 topics. You can see there are just a few topics to consider in the course on public speaking for senior executives. You take a look at it, right? Understand your audience. It's so important when it comes to public speaking, right? Your message, you have to develop your message, align with your audience, crafting your messages, deliver technique, storytelling, visual aids, Q&A handling. This all great. Okay, I'm not a coach for this topic, but if I were to work with a coach for this topic, I think this is what I want, right? So the next one, all right, you get a topic, great. Please expand topic 1 into 10 minutes video script. All right, so I'm gonna start with topic 1. I'm gonna create my course, let's say module 1, understand your audience. Okay, ChatGPT, tell me, how should I do it? You can just ask ChatGPT, please expand topic 1 into 10 minutes video script. All right, and then ChatGPT gonna talk about the first one, the first topic, understanding your audience, and expand it into video script. Of course, you need to validate, right? You are not gonna just follow the whole thing, but give you a very good structure to record your first video and how to understand your audience. If you take a look at the results here, opening shot, a senior executive. So I also suggest like how you even like plan this video. So that at the beginning, a senior executive walks in a packed conference room, take a deep breath and begins to speak, right? And then your voiceover, what you're gonna say as a senior executive, you know how important it is communicate effectively with your stakeholders. Right? These are the phrases senior executives going to use, whether you're presenting to investors, employees, customers, messages need to resonate with the audience to be effective. So you're basically talking about why it's important for this, right? I'm not going to go through this, but it's brilliant, right? I test this before. I know the answers is great. So now you know what you're going to do to record it, all right? So then you're going to say, hey, can you suggest a little bit more images, videos I can use for this recording, for this video? Right, you can then ask ChatGPT, okay, what can you suggest some images and videos for this video? If you're thinking about, okay, how can I edit this video? Can I add some images and videos? And ChatGPT can suggest what type of videos and images you can use for this video, with some details here, how can you use them, right? So this is the next one, and the next one. Okay, so I know the topic. I have 10 topics I can cover in this course. And now I have already expanded the first video into 10 minutes. I can do the same for all the rest of the 9 topics, right? And also I have images, visuals. Okay, now I want to have some suggestions on assessment questions and answers they can use in the course, and you can include in the quiz, right? So please suggest 10 assessment questions and answers to go with this video. See, so not only giving you the questions, but also answers. Of course, you need to validate this. You can just take it all. You are the coach. You understand. You are doing this. You want to validate. But as you can see, how convenient this is, right? It gives you the ideas. Okay, I don't like this. No, I don't like this. Don't use it. Oh, this is great. I never thought about it. Use it. It's so brilliant. Okay, so another mind-blowing. Okay. So you won't sell courses, right? You just create courses. So one more thing, we actually, I'm not going to talk about this for too long. But once you have a course ready, let's say 10 topics, you're going to record 10 videos, and then you have all the course ready. You want to market it, right? And oftentimes you use a landing page, right? Landing page, and to create a course. So then you can ask, hey, ChatGPT, hey, can you create a landing page for me to sell this course? And then ChatGPT gonna give you every information, all the information you need to put on your landing page. From header section, that's the course content, instructor section, testimonial, enrollment section, footer. All right, so this is kind of a simple landing page. Let's tell you how much more it can do for you. All right, guys, what do you think? What do you think about this? Let me just take a look at the chat. Okay, what do you think about this? Course creation. You basically can get a course ready in a day. All right, from topics to what you're gonna see in the video, the visuals, the assessments, and it can also help you market it. All right, so this is amazing. And if you're thinking about launching digital courses, you've been struggling with all this information. Oh my God, I don't know what to say, what to put together. It gave you everything you need to do that. Okay, so I'm seeing some comments. Incredible, mind-blowing. It's great. I want to start working with this ASAP. Thank you, guys. Crazy good. Cool. Yeah, it's amazing, guys. It is amazing. That's why I feel like it's so important, guys, to use these tools, right? Don't feel like, oh my God, this is going to replace me or take my job. It's not. They're tools, and you're going to survive if you know how to use these tools, right? So very quickly, let me go back to my slides, right? I'm seeing a lot of good comments there. And if you have a question, don't forget to go to the Q&A feature to leave your questions. Okay. So next steps in the Q&A. I know, guys, you guys are pumped. You really feel like this is great, and you can't wait to do this, right? Using ChatGPT, other AI tools, and integrate them into your business. So by now, if you have learned a lot from the webinar, agree that AI tools such as ChatGPT can be helpful to your business. Though I know at the first, some of you chat, I'm not sure if AI tools going to help me. I hope after seeing everything we showed today, you agree that AI tools can be helpful, and you believe that it is necessary to integrate AI tools into your business, and you want to continue working with us. Would love to let us help you and get your online business to the next level with the AI. I do have a very special offer. Okay, very, very special just for you guys. Okay, just for you guys. I'd like to invite you to our AI Your Business course for online coaches, teachers, and tutors. So the whole team, everyone who presented today, we've been working very hard in the past 2 weeks to put together this course, because we know you will not be satisfied with this webinar only. There's so much more we can share with you, and we have to put together something to share, to give you guys, right? And because you came today, you made a commitment, you spent time with us, you are committed to this, right? We want to give you $150 discount but only for the first 100 members, because the course is new. We can't, I don't know if we can actually have space for so many people. We're gonna just keep it for 100 members with $150 discount, all right? Instead of $198, the full price, that's going to be the full price we launch in the future, but you guys can get it for $48 only. Okay, we keep it as cheap as we can to make sure you can get the information we have shared in the course to give you. And it's $48 for 3 months of access. So after 3 months, either you can continue in the course, you can just leave. If you have found everything, you learn everything, you don't want it, you can leave, right? $48 for 3 months of access. Now, let me tell you what is included, okay? So the AI course, AI Your Business course includes, number one, 30 plus more. 30 plus video training covering marketing, coaching, sales, and business scaling. Basically, these 3 areas we talk about today, and I want to show you one by one. So we have 5 modules, okay? 5 modules with these 30 plus videos. Module 1, AI Your Marketing. So the 9 lessons. Right now, 9 lessons in this module. So today we talk about market research on your niche and audience. In this module, we're going to also be talking about market research on your competitors, market, profile optimization. We talk about copywriting today. There are going to be more in copywriting and post creation, freebie creation, image creation, video scripting, direct messaging. So we have so much more offered in this module 1, AI Your Marketing. So because marketing is, I think, the best place they can use AI to improve. We have so many videos here. The next one is AI, your coaching. So Lucy talked about the material generation, right? There's so many more things you can use AI to help: program structuring, lesson planning, session planning, coaching material generation, worksheet handout development, quiz and assessment development, interactive activity design, coaching content customization, coaching skills advancement. So these are covered in the module 2, AI or coaching. So next one, AI or sales. Today we can touch on sales script development. There are also like objection handling. And if we can identify more use cases for sales, we can keep adding them into this module. Right now we have 2 lessons in this module 3 and module 4, AI or business scaling. So Gemma talked about email marketing today, and we have podcast support, newsletter, blogs, landing page optimization, affiliate marketing, digital course creation, all of this in module 4, AI, your business scaling. So the next one, module 5, AI, everything else. Okay, we have 2 right now. We're gonna keep adding whenever we see the opportunity. We can help you guys. One is Canva and plus AI. The other one is Notion AI. We are through things in this module when we think it's helpful for online coaching businesses. So and more. So these are 5 modules, but we're gonna keep improving the existing training based on feedback. You guys can give us feedback, and we're gonna update the training to stay up to date. So ChatGPT 4.0 is out this week. There are gonna be so many things we're probably gonna add it to the training, update training in the future, and we will add more training related to AI tools as well in the future. So these are the 30 plus videos we have so far. That's the first components of our AI business or AI business course. So the second one is 100 plus ready to use ChatGPT prompts you can plug in and use for your business. So under each video training, there are actual prompts you can already use. So these prompts have been tested to be effective in generating results for online coaching businesses. So with over 100 ready to use prompts, you can save time, effort in coming up with your own prompts. So be confident that you are using the most effective prompts available. So that's the second component. The third component of this course is the AI community. So we're building a community for online coaches to meet like-minded people and support each other in this journey. Okay, so AI community for online coaches. So this community is going to be the place for you to connect with others, share experience and challenges, support each other to take your online coaching business to the next level with AI. By being part of the community, you're going to get support, ongoing support, Q&As we do, and also coaching from experts and stay up to date with the latest insights and techniques in the field. Okay, so these are 3 components we offer in this course. So the regular price is only $198 for 3 months access. And right now, for you guys, we want to give you $150 discount. It's going to be only $48 for 3 months of access. All right. So 3 months access for $48. We can lower down even more. This is kind of the cheapest we can ever offer to you guys, but only for the first 100 members. Okay. I know some of you guys are ready to dig it, right? I'm gonna share the link with you. So if you are ready to take your online coaching business to the next level with AI, and you think we can be a great team helping you and want us to be part of your journey, so this is the course we want to offer to you. Of course, if you don't think this is helpful, don't think we can help you, don't take it, right? So this is going to be a course we're going to share with you, and hopefully you can see many of you in the course. And again, $48 for the first 100 members only. I'm going to share the link with you guys in the chat, okay? And now we can do the Q&A. If you guys have more questions about the webinar, everything we talk about today, and also the course, feel free to use the Q&A feature. We can answer some of the questions. And just a reminder, right? If you have time, beyond the 2 hours we scheduled, we do have a bonus session with Christy about Canva plus AI. So if you're using Canva for your business, this is gonna be mind-blowing for you too. So Christy is gonna talk about it after the 2-hour mark, or no, after the Q&A. And don't leave yet if you have time after the 2 hour we schedule for this webinar. And also connect with our hosts. I'm gonna share this link with you guys. I have all the contact information about with all the hosts. I'm gonna share that with you guys in the chat in a minute. And we do have one more poll with you guys. So I want to check the Q&As first, and just to see if there are questions I can also answer already live Okay, answer live. Let me see here. So any questions you guys want to ask, through in the chat, right? So questions about what we did today, the webinar, different topics, and also the courses, or any suggestions, please do that. And we do have another poll I will share with you guys. Launch another poll. It's a feedback poll. Just get feedback from you guys. If you have time, please do that too. But if you have questions, definitely put it in the Q&A, okay? Yeah, about how long in each video in the AI course, answer live. So it's usually be around 10 minutes. We want to keep it short, 10 minutes, 10 minutes long. So it's gonna be like 300 minutes. It's about 5 hours long in total. All right, 10 minutes each in this video. We have 30 plus videos that can be 300, at least 300 minutes. Okay, Ellen, hope that answers your question. So there's another question. Marie, is there much point in joining the AI course if you don't have a particular niche? Yes, I think so. Probably AI can help you decide your niche, right? So there's so much you can do with the AI. Yeah, if you don't have a niche, don't worry. I think the AI course is going to help you too. How long are these videos on average? Yes, 10 minutes each, usually 10 minutes each, between like 8 minutes to like 12 minutes. There's no videos longer than that. Yeah, it's like 5 hours long. Answer live, that's a question there. How much it will be going forward? Yeah, after the first 3 months, how much will cost to be going forward? We don't know yet, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know yet. But I mean, so $48 for 3 months, they're going to be the cheapest rate we can actually afford. So we're gonna cap it for the first 100 members. But how much we're gonna charge after the 3 months, we don't know. Maybe we can ask you guys how much you feel like we can charge you after 3 months, right? We don't know yet. Okay. The access will only be for 3 months. Yes, it's correct. $48 for 3 months. So again, the video is about 10 minutes long each, and 30 videos are gonna be 300 minutes, like maybe 5 hours. I think you're gonna have more than enough time to finish all the videos, right? So that's the videos, and also the community. We do have a community where you can ask questions. We're gonna give you more support. Hope that makes sense to you guys. Okay. So next one, I feel excited about, a bit overwhelmed from Anne. It is AI course also for those of us finished the 2021 challenge and getting started. Yeah, the AI course is for everyone. Okay. As I said, it doesn't matter where's your stage and how much training you have taken from us. AI course is for you if you are having an online teaching, online coaching, online teaching, online tutoring business, and you think AI can help you. Okay, it doesn't matter what stage you are in. Okay, answer live. There's one today I read about ChatGPT. Now here is out of ChatGPT 4.0. That's so the one we use, actually the demo I used to show you guys, that's ChatGPT 4.0. All right, so the one last month, like most people are using, is 3.5. Now it's 4.0. It's a different version, just like iPhone 11, iPhone 13, iPhone 14. It's ChatGPT. Actually, the one I used to show you guys today is ChatGPT 4.0. Okay. Yeah, Leo, I found a lot of difficulty in connecting with ChatGPT. Any ideas overcome? Yeah, so right now, just because ChatGPT is so popular, and if you have a free version, it could be a problem. You have to be a little bit more patient. And I have a paid version. It's $20 a month, and I find it. I don't think it's expensive to me at all. But again, you can stay with the free version. Some people on our team are using free version. They're fun. But again, I want to make sure you guys know. So this course, right? This course is not only about ChatGPT. We use a lot of ChatGPT, but we actually expecting this course is for all AI tools that are going to be useful, and ChatGPT is one of them and the most useful so far. Who knows, there's going to be more, right, in the future. So just wanted you guys know ChatGPT is great, and that's our focus right now. Okay, yeah, let me see here. Yeah, Any other question? Let me check the chat. Okay. All right. So
James, there was a question that I answered, but I think it's important.
yeah, you can go.
And it was,
yeah,
can you get access right away? Sorry.
Let me stop Spotify here. So again, guys, we have 6 more minutes for the Q&A. If you have more questions, feel free to answer that. And Gemma, if you guys have a question you want to answer, or everyone who's on the team right now, feel free to answer them. Okay. Yeah, the connect to host link. Let me share you guys with the connect to host link. And all good. Gemma, do you have a question you want to answer?
Yeah, there was a question do you get access to the modules right away, or is it kind of dripped over a few months? And yes, you get access.
Yeah. So the course is already launched internally at Bowie Strategy. So our team have already got access to the course. They just love it. And it's ready. The community is ready. The course, we worked really hard in the past 2 weeks to put it together, because we know you guys are not going to be satisfied with this webinar only. There's so much more we can help you. And 2 hours, that's great. And there's so many. So the video is like on demand. You can watch it whenever you want. And there are videos and the documents attached to the videos. There are extra prompts, everything there. Going to be super helpful. Okay. Edward, thank you very much. Okay, somebody paid. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. When you on the landing page, on the link I showed to you, $48 for 3 months. There is another option if you want to extend to 6 months with another $48. You can definitely try that. That will be $98 for 6 months. It's just gonna give you more access. As I said, we're not gonna offer $48 for 3 months after we finish with we have 100 members enrolled in the course. Okay, so just want to let you guys know about that. Yeah, so I will send you guys the link again and also in the email. As I said, this price is only for the first 100 members. AI course. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Oh, there are more questions. Let me see here. Contact. If there's okay. If it's a question about the digital course, I will answer separately. Right now, yeah. So a lot of people ask about the PPT, the slides. Unfortunately, I don't think we can share the slides with you guys. No, for many reasons, right? I hope the video itself gonna be enough. I hope you understand that we cannot share the slides with you. Okay. Okay, so that's one answered already. Yeah, can we leave after 3 months? Yeah. So this $48 is only for 3 months. You don't have to continue. So there's no obligation. And your credit, we're not going to take it from your credit card. So it's $48 just for 3 months. And yes, we're going to send you an email. Hey, 3 months is up. Do you want to continue? If you don't want to continue, your credit card is not going to be charged. Okay, so this is just one-time payment. Don't worry about it. It's $48 just for 3 months. If you feel like, oh my God, because of AI, because of the course, because of the community, I got so many clients, my business grew so much. Of course, continue. If you feel like, oh, this is not helping, don't continue, right? We think it's gonna help, but it depends on your situation, your case, right? That's from Suzanne. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, what happened after 3 months, Ellen? Can we re-up if we want to watch again? So after 3 months, you don't have access to the course anymore. If you want to continue, there are options to continue, and you don't pay you don't have to pay for the course after 3 months if you don't want to continue. I just want to make it clear, right? If you want to catch up and watch these recordings again after 3 months, you can continue. But as I said, we don't know how much we're going to charge after 3 months. We probably need your help to help us decide that. Okay. Answer. Okay. Okay. One more question. Okay, before we finish this, everything very useful and how we promote our courses to Chinese. Okay, this is a course question. I'll answer the question about the courses in the chat. I'm not going to do it here. All right. So let's get back to the slides. And as I said, we do have one more session as a bonus. If you guys can stay longer than 2 hours, please stay with us. And very quickly here, I shared the link with the context in the chat already. And I did a poll, another poll. If you want to do it, please do that. And the bonus, okay? So I'm gonna pass to Christy very quickly, but before that, I do have one slide I think is super important for you to know, okay? Probably from all the demos you can see, right? And it's very different from, interacting with ChatGPT is very different from interacting with the search engines or other tools like Siri or I don't want to say Alexa because it's gonna turn it off. But anyways, so it's very different because they just listen to you and answer it. But ChatGPT, they can be conversational. They actually take information from you, right? You can feed them. That's what we say. You're gonna feed ChatGPT with information, relevant information. The more you feed ChatGPT, the more relevant responses, answers you can get, and more personalized responses, right? So best practice for everyone who's going to use ChatGPT, right? You always want to give the background information every time before sending requests. Hey, this is my niche. Their pain points are this, and the results they want are this, right? And give them enough information or relevant information so they can give you personalized, customized response. That's number one. Number two, correct ChatGPT, right? So I think Richard mentioned at the very first, correct them. If they give you things not relevant or not right, to say, hey, I don't think that's correct, or I don't think that's not relevant. Sometimes I just say, hey, they give me 10 things. Okay, out of the 10, 3, 4, 5 are not relevant. I don't think it's relevant. You need to tell them, then ChatGPT can learn from you. You can say, I don't think this part is correct. I think you have missed this. And what do you think about this, right? You can make suggestions, you can correct them, you can tell them what they're missing. So that is important because you're feeding them, you're training them, training ChatGPT to be better assistant, to you, right? And another tip. So there are you can open new chats, right? Different chats. You want to open new chats for different topics. For example, I have a chat for a landing page. Then all the conversation is relevant to a landing page, and ChatGPT can learn from that, right? If you have a chat for program development, and then even if you have a conversation a month ago, they remember with that chat. So open new chats every time for different topics. So these are the three kind of tips or heads ups I want to give you guys to how you can better work with ChatGPT. And of course, you're gonna learn so much more from the course, all right? From the course. And if you are, we have how many? I think we got 80 now, 80, I think, right? Yeah, probably around 80 people signed up already. If you want to get $48 for 3 months, right? The cheapest rate we can ever give you, sign up, right? And then there's no obligation for you to continue. That's the $48. That's it. If you don't like it, you don't think it's helpful, don't continue. If you want to continue, you can continue. Okay. All right. So that's all from me. I know Christy has been waiting for 2 hours. Okay. Sorry about that, Christy. And now I'm going to pass it to Christy to talk about Canva and AI. Right,
Thanks, James.
Hi, Christy.
This has been amazing seeing everyone's comments in the chat. Let us know if you've joined. I've been seeing some names come through, so it's wonderful. We have a really big community online, so a lot, as Robbie mentioned, a lot of the names here are familiar. So we're so glad you could join us today and share your time with us. So I'm going to share my slides with you. Hi, I'm Christy Wells. If we haven't met before, go ahead and hide my controls. So I'm the tech specialist here at the Bowie team, and there we go. So I'm an Aussie mum, but I'm from Australia, currently living in Florida. So I was an ESL kids teacher for 4 years. And when I heard about this challenge that this James Bowie person was putting on, James Liu, I didn't really know what it was about. But once I jumped in and did that, I really could see the value in what James is helping the online teaching community do. And I was able to take that challenge myself. And then I could really see a need for technology. There's a lot of technology people who are challenged. They want to run an online business, but they just need that extra help. So that's my passion. That's my niche that I ended up, I'm no longer an ESL teacher. I actually just help the teachers and coaches one-on-one and in groups with their technology to tackle that technology jungle and help with their online business systems, websites, email marketing, and things like that. So you can find me everywhere online as Teacher Christy. Just Google me, or I've got my LinkedIn link there. I did drop that in the chat. So I'm so glad all of you are here with us today. You can see that's blocked off the bottom of the slide. Sorry about that. Okay, so our next one, what I wanted to share with you is, why is Canva, how is that going to help us together with AI? How is it important? Well, as online educators and course creators and coaches, our time is one of our most valuable resources. We need that. We need to create content, manage our online presence, and we want to be keeping up with those latest trends, AI being one of them, to provide the best education for our clients. So using AI together with Canva, I'm going to help you learn how you can streamline your workload, create stunning visuals, and save time. So this will then help you to focus on what you do best, educating, inspiring, without sacrificing that extra time of hours and hours of things we've seen today from the team that you can do in a fraction of the time. So this also allows you to stay ahead of the competition who maybe they don't want to try out AI yet, but you're going to jump in first and you are going to be ahead of the pack. So this is going to grow your business and help you impact more lives. So how does Canva and AI help? It's going to streamline your content creation and help you create more in less time. It helps you with templates, which can help you create beautiful visuals, saving time and effort. Today, I'm going to show you some tips on how to bulk create. So that's going to be one thing I'm going to focus on. And then you can then go about helping others with what your passion is and also spend personal time with family and friends and other things that you enjoy. Like if you're like myself, I love to be at the beach. So I'm going to talk to you today about a few examples. One being we want to think about a big idea that we want to then shrink into smaller bite-sized pieces that we can share in multiple locations. So one prompt I like to start off with is, I have an idea. So I'm going to say, show me 10 suggestions for. You insert your niche, what do they want to do, learn, achieve. So that's going to be a couple of the prompts I'm going to show you today. When we've learned from the team previously, I won't do this directly in ChatGPT today just to save time, but I have gone ahead of time and added some extra prompts, such as, okay, I've got 10 suggestions, write this into a blog article. Okay, great. Make this into a video. All right, awesome. Let's make some emails. Give me 10 tips of social media posts that I can share to promote blog article, video, whatever, and then expand these tips into bullet points to share in a carousel post. I would love to know if you drop in the chat a 1 if you are struggling with those carousel posts, or maybe you've got a number 10 and you're doing great with carousel posts and you are looking good at doing all of those. Have you ever heard of bulk create in Canva? If not, I'm going to show you that today. I just wanted to quickly show you some of the history. I took a screenshot for you. 10 tips to create social media tips so 10 tips there. I'm going to imagine I'm a coach who's going to teach new bakers how to make beautiful cakes. I love baking. I love eating cake. So this just spoke to me. So for example, I'm going to say, you show me 10 suggestions for new bakers who want to make beautiful cakes. So it spat out 10 tips for me. I then asked all of those other prompts, create them into all of these other ideas for me, and it spat out these. Now, the last slide over here, I know it's small, I can show it to you bigger, talks about, I've asked it to say, show the above 10 tips in a table format so I can copy it to a spreadsheet. Why do I want that? Well, I'm about to show you. Let's jump over into Canva. And just to show you my Google Doc here, as I mentioned, that big idea, we're going to have one idea, we're going to expand it into a big idea, and then we're going to condense it into smaller bite-sized chunks, for example, the ones that I mentioned. And in a poll, at the end, I did ask for a poll. So these are some of the prompts, or most of the prompts that I did use in this suggestion here. So all about 10 tips and how can we use those. Okay, so if we want to use Canva, I've done all of those prompts, and then right down at the end, I wanted to show you what that looks like. So these examples here in a table format, I then copied to, it's going to be over here, a spreadsheet. I just did it in Google Sheets, or you could use Excel. Why do I need this? Well, I'm going to copy and paste this. I'm just going to keep that in my clipboard, and I'm going to show you where we want to put that. So if you're new to Canva, just go to canva.com. You can start with a free account. It's free forever. It just allows you to choose the free item, and you can definitely get started with that. This area here, once you're on Canva, is our helper. This is the place where we search. What is our idea? Type in anything you want. Freebie for my clients, PDF for pricing, social media post for Facebook. It'll help you with templates based on what you give it. Or it even helps us here. We could click on social media. Maybe you want to do a presentation for a class. You could literally just click in here, presentation, do the little search icon here, and it's going to browse templates for you that you can add in your own colors, text, and look at this one. It already has 15 slides ready to go for you. So I'm not going to show slides today, as in how to make slides, but one thing a lot of us do is we look for our clients, or we let them know our services are available online using social media. So if we click the social media button here, and I'm going to look at this one, even if it says Instagram, I'm looking at this word square because it's a square format. It's 1 by 1, which means we could post that on Instagram, but we could also post that on LinkedIn. So you can resize it from there, but let's use this as an example. So let's do the browse template magnifying glass here. Sorry, I forgot to look in the chat to see how many were letting me know about carousels. Good one. All right. Yes. Love baking, Alan. And oh, great. So not everyone knows yet about bulk creation. Great. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Hi, everybody. Lovely to see you. And I'm so appreciative of your time. So what we can do in Canva is we can have a look. If you're new to Canva, I'll just do a few basic things. This one we know is free because in the bottom right, it does not have a crown. That looks like horns, a crown. So if you're on the paid version, you can have anything there with the crown, which is the pro version. So I'm just going to choose free ones today. So if you follow along later on the replay, you could pause this and find the same template, or you can just type in exactly the words that you're looking for. So for example, we've got one here. Say I want to put together maybe 3 that I want to look at side by side. When I hover my cursor, I can click on this star button. And we could say this one, and let's look for one more free one. Maybe even this one here. Looks like I already have that one started. So what you can do then is once you star it, it usually pops up here with the view button. You can click that. But if that went away and you're like, what is this? We want to go over to, I'm going to go back to home. And then we're going to click on projects. And if we look down here, you'll see the starred tab. And this is going to show all the ones that I've starred recently. And what I'm looking for, what I want to show you is, imagine we've got 10 tips. Okay. So I have 2 trains of thought here. 10 tips could be 10 social media posts. I'm all about getting mileage for your minute. So 10 tips could literally be 10 posts. But I will use the same idea to grab those 10 ideas and make them into a carousel post, just to show you what you can do, but you could then also share those separately. Oh, I'm very glad to see you here, Cassie and Alan, and I think that's Joan. Great to see you all here. What I'm looking for, I'm talking about yummy cake. So I want to have a picture of cakes and I want text over the top. So what I decided was, see this one down here, I thought this one was a good one. So I'm just going to click on the one that I want and it'll open it up a little bit larger so I can see it. And I'll say, yes, I want that one. Let's use this template. Okay, so it's given us a cute little picture. It's given us some text in a larger kind of heading format and then a smaller amount of text. What I would like to do is I want to make this text a little bit smaller. This is going to be my title area for my tip. So let's just make that a little bit smaller. And right now, a lot of templates have things grouped together so that you can move them as one element. So each thing in there is called an element. What I want to do is ungroup these because I want to move it. I want to move this here and I want to make, no, we'll leave that there. We'll leave that there. So what I want to show you is, remember I talked about those 10 tips. I'm going to jump back over here to this area, and I'm going to copy these tips here. So I've got 10 tips. So what I did, sorry, let me back up a little bit. Yes, I do have a YouTube channel, Google Teacher Christy YouTube, and you will find me. So I left my page. Oh, I was hoping that didn't happen. So ChatGPT is going to do a little refresh there. Look at that. I wonder if it's high demand because everybody's looking online. So no worries. Sometimes it just takes a few minutes for your history on the left-hand side to come back. So I'm going to click on this one. And I want to scroll down just to show you what that looks like, to show us that table format. And let's scroll up. I did a lot of different questions here. Here we go. So I just literally copy and pasted the text over here. Control C if you're on a computer, Windows computer, Command C if you're on a Mac. And then I just pasted that here. I'll do it again. Paste. Okay. So that is my tip area and then my details area. So now we can copy and paste this over into the cupcake area. So where do we find this bulk create magic, amazing tool thing that I recently learned about thanks to AI? If you're looking in Canva and this is in the way on the left, you can just move that little button there and press hide. Along the left is your menu. You're going to scroll down. Now, if you don't yet see it, because maybe you haven't used it, kind of moves your most recent things to the top. Just keep scrolling down on the left until you find something that says bulk create, or maybe you need to click on your apps area and you might find it down here. Because I've previously clicked on it, it's there in my left-hand column. Bulk create. What does this mean? So this gives us two options. We can enter the data manually. If we had a CSV, maybe we had like 100 things that we wanted to bulk create. Maybe you wanted to do your class slides that way. We can upload CSV, which you would download from Excel or Google Sheets. I'm trying not to talk too fast because I'm so excited to share this with you. Plus, I'm looking at those cakes and I really want to eat those cupcakes. Okay, now I'm hungry. It's lunchtime for me. I'm in Florida. Let me know what time you're in and what's the meal time near you. So I'm going to click on the purple button that says enter data manually. So even though it says manually, I have copied that information. I'm going to paste it. Now it gives us some examples as a test. I'm going to clear the table and then I'm going to paste in that information that I had in my clipboard. And I'm going to close that. Now, what I want to do is back over here, when we click on that heading area, these are going to get in the way. I'm going to delete those. We can put pretty stuff there later. I always say to my son, pretty later, just get the basics here now. So this is our heading. And when we click on it, we can either, there's always two options on a computer. We can either right click or we can press the three dots. We'll get the same menu. And we want to look for link. So when we press link, oh, I didn't save it. So let's do that again. Enter data manually. It is there and press done. Okay, let's try that again. So we're going to right click and say link. And no, let's do that again. Okay, press done. That'll be right. When you try to do it, it doesn't want to do that. Let's do a refresh on our area here. And let's start that again. Bulk create, enter manually, clear that table, press paste, and done. Okay, so the area we want to put all of those tips on, I'm going to right click and press. Wow, it is really not working for me today. What am I doing wrong? So this is what happens when you are working live. We're going to have to jump over to one I prepared earlier. When we right click, we are looking for the area that says, here it is. Wow. It says connect data. I don't know what I did wrong there. I think it's because I backed out in the middle. So we want to connect the data and we're going to press tip. That's going to be that first area. I used the same details over here. And then in that second area where we had the text, we're going to right click again, connect data and click details. So this one's already been done. 1 second and see what I didn't do correctly over here. No, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll clear that table and do it again. Let's try one. Oh. But if not, that's fine. All right, well, we will work with this one. So I've already prepared this one earlier with some more yummy cupcakes. And I did put my Instagram handle on the bottom because that's going to, this area then will duplicate. And this is the area where we will fill in those details. Now, when we press continue, have a look what it can do for us. It says, do we want all 10 or do we just want a few? So in this case, let's just grab all 10 and we're going to generate 10 pages. Now you'll notice when you're working in Canva, I'm working on using Chrome as the pages. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to use the app. So what I like is when I create a new page, it gives me a new tab. So have a look, you'll see a new tab pop up now. We're going to say generate 10 pages, which it will do by way of a new design. Okay, now look at this. I'm going to click down the bottom here on this grid view. It just created 10 tips for me, 10 pages. It put in the heading and it put in, okay, that's interesting. It did not put in the heading. So there you go. When you're live, sometimes it doesn't work. So I guess I did not connect that properly. All right, so let's click back over to this one. And we are, wow, that's because I didn't do it correctly. Yep. And okay, so connect data. Yep. I don't know why that backed out there. So let's do that one more time. Continue, generate all 10 pages. Now you'll see it should put the tip. Look at that. It has put the tip there. So let's click on that 10 grid view. Look at that. So each of the tips themselves, some of them are a little bit larger than that area with the color in the background. So you might want to try out a different one that suits what you wanted. But I just wanted to show you how quick we've just put that information together into 10 pages. We could download these, post them separately as 10, or we could choose to maybe we could get to the end here and we could just do we could copy this entire page and then say, we could delete the areas we don't want, and we could just say here, like what you see. Then you could say, helps if you can spell, don't you love live, and follow for more tips. And then I'm going to click this button behind here. Just to show you how quickly we could make a call to action page. If you tell people about your stuff and then you don't give them a call to action, it's just you offered them something and then you didn't give it to them. So you've only given them like half of the message. Follow for more tips. We could do the same if we went all the way up to the top and said, let's copy this page with the duplicate button. And all right, we're going way more than what I was going to show you. I'm going to actually duplicate. I know I'm doing this fast, but if you need extra tips, we might have to do that in another training. So this is going to be 10 tips for new bakers. Okay, so we can make that larger. Okay, so that just gives you a really quick idea on how you can bulk create. So this could be used as a carousel. You could download it as a carousel. Most carousels only allow you to have 10 pages. So what you would probably need to do is maybe you want to delete the last 2. So you've just got 10 pages. Or maybe even you could delete 7 of them and just share 3 and say, do you want more? So we could change that to 3 tips and say, like what you see, you could put this as read my blog for more tips or watch my YouTube video for more tips. So I hope that's been helpful. I didn't want to go too long because everyone has been here a long time. Okay, I'm going to have a really quick look at the questions over here. Please let me know if there's anything else. Let me go back to my slides for a second. Just to make sure I didn't miss anything. So those are the prompt examples. I just wanted to put this back up here again. If you didn't yet jump into the course and you want to, you can definitely do that. Be this, if somebody else wants to put it in the copy, could put it in the chat. And what I want to do is continue showing you one extra thing. I don't know, can I do that in the chat when I'm live? Yes, it's over here. Okay, I'm sure everyone in the team is doing that. So if you needed to jump into the course, there's the link again. What was I going to show you? So just quickly, how good it is. Yes. This is on the fly. Okay, I literally did that live for you so you could see how quickly we could do that. I didn't time it, but I did that totally from scratch. Okay, so you can use ChatGPT, or even there are other AI tools. Canva even has one. I haven't yet been using that, I'll be honest. There's one called Canva Docs. You can do something similar, and you can copy and paste that information and use that bulk create. How excited are you about this bulk create? Please put a number from 1 to 5. 5 is like jumping for joy. I can see how I'm going to be posting way more regularly because I bulk create these in such a quick amount of time. Or a number 1 if you need you'll be watching the replay and you're like, it was a bit fast for me, but I know I'll get it after I watch the replay. You don't have to type a 1 in the chat. That's totally fine. So I hope it's been helpful. I wanted to just show you how quickly we could do that. We want to remember, just get back to that idea I said. It's a big idea. Make a big idea and then shrink it down into smaller bite-sized chunks that you can share in multiple places to lead people back to your big idea. So I hope that's been helpful. That is it from me. And I have so appreciated sharing time with you today. How do we go, James? Did I do good? Oh, yes. Please don't avoid them, Vonda. Give it a go.
Awesome.
The carousels are so fun. Thanks, James.
So great work from everyone from the team today. It's mind blowing. I learned so much from you as well, Christy. This is so awesome. And I've seen a lot of very positive feedback from the audience as well. And we are 2.5 hours into it. We still have 150 people watching right now. I am just so blessed that we did this today, and I hope you guys find it very helpful. Marketing, like coaching, sales, scaling, even this Canva, AI, right? So one of the things you talk about, Christy, is like, now you know all of these, hopefully you can post more regularly. I guess that's a very, very important thing. Like when it comes to AI, with AI, you will be able to write your copies easier, making graphics easier, making the social media marketing much easier. And then you will be able to develop different programs much easier. You're going to be upselling all the time, right? You're going to be scaling, right? You've been thinking about doing email marketing, courses, landing pages, affiliate marketing is so much easy now. I think that's the ways why we're doing this, because we want to make things much easier for you so you can take action, right? Not only just planning, thinking, so you can take action, eventually take your online coaching business to the next level with AI. That's the whole purpose of this webinar. And thanks to all of you guys who've been watching here, staying for 2.5 hours. I'm so impressed. We have 4 minutes left before we wrap it up. If you have other questions for any of us, definitely let us know. And also I want to give this stage to other hosts who are staying right now. If you guys want to share a little bit, feel free to do that. We can check the chats and to see to make sure all the questions are answered. Okay. Good. So let me see here. Yeah, and there are some questions. There are 5 more questions in the Q&A if you guys can help. Yeah, so again, the recording, right? We're gonna send you the recording tomorrow. I will download it and put it in the email. I'll send it to you tomorrow. Watch it for sure. That's from Travis. I will send you the question for sure, the recording for sure. And we'll Christy's demo here, including the recording. Yes, so I think we are still recording. It will be part of the recording at the end of it. I'll definitely watch it. If you find it too fast or you miss any part of it, definitely watch the recording there. And do we qualify for free Canva for education? Oh, that is answered. Can we download from Word document? I don't know what maybe that's for Christy. Download from Word document. I'm not sure what that question is, but again, I'm not here to tell you to join the course, but no, we have got 80+ people join the course so far. Okay, if you are thinking about, I'm serious, we can only give this for 100 members. So if you want to save a little money and just give it a try, and people on the team are saying $48. How much is $48? Now, can you think about how much is $48 and you get 30 plus videos, you get a community, you get the prompts, you get all of these for 3 months, and $48 divided by 3, what is it? $16 a month. $16 a month divided by 30, that's about 50 cents a day. All right, I don't want to talk about the math here, just wanted to know there are going to be 20 more, I think less than 20 now for this price. But anyways, I will share the link with you guys one more time for the course. If you guys want to take a look at, join us, please. If you don't think it's helpful, don't worry about it. I hope we can stay in touch and connect each other on social media. And what we want to do, just make sure now is a good time for you to take more action, to join, to grow your business to the next level. No more hesitation, no more excuses, right? AI is here, it's helping you so much. Learn it, take it as a tool. If you don't do it, somebody else gonna do it. And if you just stay in your little black box, one day things are gonna be very different for you in the future, right? All right, cool. Thank you guys for watching. And I don't think any more questions here. Great, and I hope you guys enjoy this this webinar, and I'll see you guys around. Okay, so most of you guys are in the community. I'll see you guys around. Ellen, Lily, thank you very much. I'll see you guys around. Take care. Have a blessed day, nice day, a week, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Stay tuned. Bye. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.